We did everything right as a company with Nippon. We did everything right. The government failed us. The President of the United States shamefully tainted the CFIUS process from the very beginning. We respected the process, and that was a mistake that we made.
Wow, big statement. U.S. Steel and Japan-based Nippon Steel are now suing the Biden administration after the president blocked a nearly $15 billion deal between the companies, citing national security concerns. Joining us now, Dan Greenhaus, Solus Alternative Asset Management Strategist, and Lou Basenese of MDB Capital, President and Chief Market Strategist. Thanks to both of you for being here. Should this deal have gone through?
Absolutely, it should go through. I mean, President Biden must have his Spotify playlist stuck on turning Japanese by the vapors because he thinks this is some trend that's emerging. This is actually the first time a president has blocked an acquisition by a Japanese company, and he thinks it's for national security, and he's actually undermining national security because it's going to embolden Chinese steel companies.
It's interesting you say that because the U.S. Steel CEO Burritt, whom you just heard from there, actually said just that on this decision, emboldening China. Listen.
They failed our workers. They failed our communities. They failed our country. They failed our best ally in Asia. And they've emboldened China by not following the rule of law.
Wow. Dan.
I think the biggest problem I have with this conversation is in all the press reporting about this acquisition, we keep hearing how U.S. Steel is this iconic U.S. company.
Is it not?
It is not. This is all, with all due respect to the workers and the company, this is the third largest U.S. steel producer. It's like the 25th largest steel producer in the world. This is not what it used to be. And I do agree with just about everything that was said. There is a national security concern here on the idea that while Japan is an ally now, who knows what will be the case in 10 years and 20 years and 30 years. And if you are of the J.D. Vance world, the Donald Trump world, where you think a lot of these types of mergers in general, and particularly overseas mergers, have been deleterious to U.S. workers, this is exactly the type of acquisition that you would be skeptical of for those national security reasons.
But this will be the first time that the U.S. has ever thought in national security terms in decades. The Chinese have been doing that for centuries. So I think the near-term impact is really potentially negative because now you're going to guarantee, you're giving ground cover for President Trump to enact more tariffs on steel because it's the only way you can compete against the heavily subsidized China.
The one thing I would push back on is I don't think President Trump needs any more support for implementing tariffs. He's going to go ahead and do it anyway. It is true that to reinforce the point I just made, U.S. Steel is not a particularly healthy company. It needs a lot of capital investment. Nippon was going to provide a lot of that capital investment. And by denying this deal, you do raise the possibility, if not the outright probability, that some of these blast furnaces and some of these plants will close.
All right, well, this was the explanation from the White House and their decision on stopping this deal. A committee of national security and trade experts determined this acquisition would create risk for American national security. President Biden will never hesitate to protect the security of this nation, its infrastructure, and the resilience of its supply chains. However, the Washington Post ran a headline and a subheader on Biden actually going against his own advisors with this, contradicting that White House statement. Biden rejects appeals of several top advisors in blocking this U.S. Steel bid. Senior administration officials had reservations about calling Nippon Steel's takeover proposal a national security risk.
Yeah.
I imagine that's probably the case.
Yeah, it is. And here's the irony of it all. Janet Yellen is on the CFIUS panel that was supposed to come to a consensus. And now in that report, she's also apparently one of his advisors that said you shouldn't block this deal. So who's minding the till right now? I don't know that Biden is of clear mind to be making these decisions if he's clearly going against multiple advisors. It's not just one, it's at least three.
But
listen, CFIUS is there to do what it did, which is advise the president on these types of acquisitions. They were deadlocked. It tossed it to Biden, who made what by most accounts appears to be a political decision in favor of the unions who are against this sort of decision. Again, the key issue here is that this is not a super healthy company. They need capital investment. Nippon was going to provide it. Now they don't get it.
wow, fascinating story really to watch. Thanks to both of you for being here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.